All right. What's up, Money Grubs? Stock-a-doodle-doo. So we are going to start in just a minute or so here. But before we start, I actually have to talk about something that is kind of serious. Let me get that out of the way. Something that's kind of serious. Uh, that should not. Okay. So I wanted to talk about that there have been a lot of reports lately of something called bots on YouTube. Now, bot is short for the word robot, and if you've seen any movies lately, you probably know that robots is not the kind of person that I want on my live stream. So everybody do me a quick favor. Here we go. So all I need you to do is to look at the picture and whatever words or letters, vice versa, that you see in the picture, you can just type that into the chat, and that way we will know who is a bot, who isn't a bot, vice versa, and we can get started really quick. So I'm just going to leave this up for a minute. Whatever words you see, whatever your heart is telling you the words are, go ahead and put that in the chat, and then we can get started. All right, so I think that's enough housekeeping. I see a good bot to regular ratio. So we can go ahead and begin the video. All right, stock-a-doodle-doo, everybody. So as you probably figured out,
if the theme song didn't give it away, you
probably figured it out already based on the title of the video. But if that didn't give it away, then I think that the introduction video of the video gave it away. That this is going to be an FAQ video. The catch is that for the first time in Stockroach history, probably for the first time in regular history, it's going to be a live video. Now I have probably 4 or maybe 5 hours of, so you probably sit down. If you're driving, probably find somewhere to park, and just listen up to the FAQs. So I wanted to start off the FAQs by talking about a very important FAQ that just came in from a website called change.org. And they said to, sorry, that was not my email. I don't know what was happening there. But yeah, so change.org recently reached out to me. Sorry, this was probably one of my sons. Maybe one of my stepsons was probably signed in here to some random name email, because I don't even know this name. So, like I said, it was just my stepson, so I can just close that. But change.org reached out to me with an FAQ, and they said that our petition has now reached over 22 signatures. And I'm saying our petition because this is not about me. It's about our voices have gathered so many signatures that even change.org, who probably gets over 22 signatures every single day, they were forced to take notice and contact me directly about sharing our petition to win. But we still have a little bit of a ways to go. I think if we can get this up to 34 signatures, I will print out this petition and I will mail it directly to Mike Disney. Sorry, not Mike, to Walt Disney. Sorry, Walt Disney. Mike Disney. Mike is the mouse. Mike Disney's the mouse, and then Walt Disney is the. Anyway, I mix up their names sometimes, but I will send it to Walt Disney. And now that that is out of the way, I think it's time to get to some FAQs. So FAQs from earlier, but once that happens, I will be taking FAQs from the chat. So make sure to leave all your FAQs, preferably in writing, but whatever form will also be preferable. FAQ2. All right, so our first FAQ is coming from someone named Marines. Marines says, what are you planning? That is a great question because, as all the money grubs know, I'm always planning something. And the main big thing that I'm planning right now is I'm going to do a deep dive into the cryptocurrency phenomenon. That is what I'm planning. We're going to talk about the cryptocurrency do's and the stockadoodle don'ts of cryptocurrency. We're going to talk about what the best cryptocurrency is, which is Hex Crypto. And I will also be revealing what my least favorite cryptocurrency is, which is Bitcoin. So thank you to Marines for her very thoughtful question. The next question came in from YouTube. Internet asked another question. Internet asked, how are you doing? Now, this is a very nice question to get things started, and I would say the answer, as always, when you are the stock roach, is that I am doing very great. I'm doing great today. And the reason I'm doing great is because I've been deleting more and more files, and I found that every time I delete a file, my computer just runs faster, and I get faster too. So that is, I actually see that I have some files right now that I can delete, and I'm just going to go ahead and delete them forever. And the thing I love about deleting them forever is that then you never have to think about them anymore. You don't have to remember them. You don't have to think about them. Vice versa. Who's next? So the next question that we have is from someone named Stock Roach. I'm guessing that's Real, which is, I believe that is Italian for King Stock Roach. King Stock Roach says, what is the easiest way to buy Hex Crypto? That's a great question because it is very much related to what my favorite cryptocurrency personally is, which is Hex Crypto. There's a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different methods to buy Hex Crypto. The best way to buy Hex Crypto, though, is probably online. And when you're going to be online, I like to recommend a website called Bing.com. So the easiest way to buy Hex Crypto is when you're on Bing.com. You can search for anything, but you can search for buy Hex, for example, and that will get you some results. Or you don't have to do that. That's also an option. You can do it whatever way feels right to you. The last question is one that came in via email. And I'm guessing this person wants to be anonymous because they seem to have cut off their name in the question. This person says, thank you, Mr. Stockroach. So you are welcome. Thank you, Mr. Stockroach. Who is your favorite singer? Your friend. That is a wonderful question. My favorite singer is probably a singer named Chopin. She mostly only sang songs on the piano, and she was very skinny, and she was very sick for most of her life. But they say that she played the piano so beautifully that she was able to heal her body with the music, and she fell in love. She was able to fall in love with a man. His name was George Sand. And it was maybe the best wedding in the history of music. So if you are looking for a new singer, kind of an older singer, but if you're looking for a new singer to get interested in, I highly recommend Chopin. Let's see if we have had any more questions coming in on the chat. Okra says, your son has a beautiful name. I assume this is just based on hypothesizing because my son's name hasn't been revealed. But I will pass. I have many sons, and I will let them all know your compliments from Okra. So thank you, Okra. Next question: are you going to take the world? Am I going to take the world? Am I going to take the world? This is a very confusing question. Am I going to take the world? Take the world. Because the first question that I think of, sorry to answer your question with a question, is where I would be taking the world. And I think that if the question is, am I taking the world to the top with me? Question is that I will do it. I'll take anyone who wants to come to the top with me, including the world. That's where we're going. We're going to the top. What should we be investing in right now? This question comes from Warren Cade, one of my favorite money grubs. Warren Cade wants to know what we should be investing in right now. And I think that we, together, should be investing in the Change.org petition to make sure that both Mike Disney and Walt Disney learn how to respect YouTube. Walt Disney needs to learn to respect YouTube, and we can all invest together in making those 34 signatures happen. So thank you to Warren. What do you think about Wall Street bets, if you know what that is? So this is a very simple question to answer because I do not know what that is. So thank you to friend. Might want to check. This one seems like a little more of a comment than a question. So I'm going to leave this for a future video. Maybe we will do we'll do a Live-a-doodle comments video sometime where you can leave a comment rather than a question. Have you checked one of your deleted files? Yes, I always make sure to click the checkbox next to the so that it definitely deletes all of the files that I have checked. Cab I come. Cab I come. Cab I come. Cab I come. I'm gonna say this one's another yes, I think. How much have you made in stocks? Well, this is additionally answered this question. Is I go to a website called Bing.com and I search for the highest number that I can think of, which is a zillion. And I've been doing this for such a long time that I think a zillion is a pretty close estimate of the number of dollars I have made via stocks. And I actually I want to change gears for a minute here because I've been paying a lot of attention to the chat, and I have failed to pay attention to another source of FAQs, which is called Twitter. And I always like to give Twitter a little bit of attention because I know that Twitter is actually considered one of the tech giants of our day. So the next question comes from Snakeskin the band, and she wants to know you know what, if you probably hear a ringing sound in the background right now. That ringing sound is actually one of my clients who is calling me and I actually have to go. I have to leave to answer the phone right now. So sorry about that, everybody. But thank you very much for coming to my live stream.